You're taking on a lot of shit. This energy is getting away with something, but then you have to think about like the journey back, getting something unethically. So it's like living an honest life. So Sagittarius, you are currently in the energy, as your first card, you're in the energy of taking on a lot of things. You're like taking on a lot of ideas, on a lot of shit. This is like, there's a lot that you're taking on. You might be moving away from something, and so you're still taking your baggage from the past. So you're packing up what you can hold and then leaving to another destination. This is actually the Seven of Swords, which is often talking about betrayal or getting away with something by stealing or taking it away from someone else. And you could potentially be taking on someone else's baggage with the Seven of Swords. Traditional meaning, symbolism is taking on or stealing or getting away with something that's deceptive in a deceptive way. But in this energy, we're not seeing a village, we're not seeing other individuals in this illustration. So this can be like just taking on, being able to only carry what you can hold and potentially getting away with it. But also you have to think about like this person, once they steal or once they take something away, and while ultimately they are getting away with it. So this could be you or someone else, but ultimately there's like a deception energy underneath this all as the first card. But this could be like, you have to think about like this person then has to make the journey back. So that you could be, or they could be, or whoever, this energy is getting away with something, but then you have to think about like the journey back. So we do see a path, and then up top we see like some sort of vegetation. It's basically taking on someone else's shit. But then you have to think about when you're stealing from someone else or you're getting away with something, you have the responsibility, then you have to like do the journey back. And it's like, is that really worth it? But I'm seeing here that he's holding a lot of baggage. This actually gives me the Nine of Wands energy, where you're taking on too much. But the Seven of Swords does indicate that like you're stealing or you're getting something unethically. So it's like, if you're gonna take that route, consider that when you get what you want, but even unethically, it's like the baggage is like your ethics or like your values. So if you're an individual that you don't care about getting something like ethically, or like there's no, like the baggage with the Seven of Swords is that you got this through an unethical resource. So it could be like someone, you get your ideas, but it's through an unethical way. So consider like this person could potentially be a master, because they're obviously stealing from another kingdom and then they're returning back. But it's like that kingdom that they're returning back, or if someone's trying to sell you something, it's like, where did they get that idea from? Is it ethically resourced? I'm gonna tell this story, but one time in middle school, I didn't study for a test, and I asked my friend for her notes, and I basically like copied them in really, really small writing under my desk, and I didn't get caught, and I did get an A on it. But then I felt the shame, the guilt, like, oh, I didn't get this honestly. So it's like living an honest life. So it's like other people, they don't know where you got your shit from, where you got your baggage. It's like taking ownership. And then I realized like, I got an A+ on this, but like now I'm gonna continue having to cheat to continue getting that A. So then I just decided like, I'm not gonna do that again, because also the baggage is like your own ethics as an individual. Like, do you value getting the A, or even when you know it's unethical, it was untrue, it was done through unethical means of like cheating cheating. And we do have the Empress underneath, so this is showing me like you don't have to, with the Seven of Swords, you don't have to steal or to sneak around to get what you want, because you are the Empress. You literally have everything that your environment is, people around you, your environment, nature is providing for you. The Empress is all about like being in the divine feminine of getting what you want by simply literally not doing anything, because in traditional tarot the Empress is literally just lounging around. She in the divine feminine, we're in our divine feminine energy, we can simply just live, and our life, our environment, opportunities come to us, surround us. What is correct for you will come to you. That's what the Empress notion is. It's creation with the universe, not having to sneak around or lie or cheat to get what you want. So like, no, like you don't have to be in that deceptive energy where you're trying to trick your way or strategically try to get your way, because by responding to life, by co-creating with life, with the universe, with your environment of where you're in right now, no matter your circumstances, that will put you in the energy of the Empress rather than trying to sneak around to. And then that unethical means of getting that thing is the baggage. It's like you got that information, you sneaked around and behind someone else's back to get the information. You might return to have the information, but you might be seen at the baggage is like you might be seen as an individual that finds information from being deceptive, and it's like a distrust. You don't have to sneak around to get what you want. You can simply just be. That's what the Seven of Swords with the Empress tells me for you, Sagittarius. You're completely like debilitated and controlled by your subconscious thoughts. And so this card, Eight of Swords, is often about self-sabotage, and you can easily stand up and like remove yourself from these thoughts, which comes from mindfulness, by trying to be tricky, trying to be strategic, this also gives me, Seven of Swords gives me like a negative side or the shadow side of the Magician, because the Magician often is about getting what you want through the creation of using all the tools. The shadow side of the Magician is that it's also seen as a trickster. Deceptive means by going in the route of like trying to trick things, trying to be a trickster, trying to deceive life to get your way, get what you want. This baggage then is that you're trapped by your lies. So there could be a sense of like a way of living that is deceptive. This is the looming energy of like, oh, this is the only way I can be. But that's obviously not the case, because we got the Empress at the back of the deck. For whatever reason, Sagittarius, you feel like you have to go behind people's backs to get what you want. But then the ethics of this is that you're trapped by this way of living or this way of thinking. So I feel like this is your self-limiting thoughts. Like you have to trick life, you have to trick people, you have to be strategic in getting what you want. But this is just a self-sabotage, self-limiting belief that you can't just show up as how you are without a strategy, without trying to manipulate people or situations into what you want. The Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, this showcases fast movement, messages or communications or emails or social media. The Eight of Wands is like, it's fast, it's quick, but I'm curious what is going to come into fruition, like what's coming in from this energy of the Seven of Swords into self-sabotage, self-limiting beliefs. You're overtaken possibly with guilt, like you're trapped by this notion of like you have to, in order to get what you want, you have to steal, you have to go behind people's backs. But in some notion there's going to be fast movement. So we're going to see with the next card what the Eight of Wands is signifying fast movement is. It could be in the sense of like fast movement and like deceptive energy is going to come to light. There's going to be in some sense like messages, or I mean you do have a lot of Swords energy. You have your first two cards are the Swords energy, which is often about ideas, information, messages, the mind. It's air energy. energy. So there's going to be fast movement in regards to like messages or information coming to light. Like look at this, back of the deck you have the Two of Swords. So there's like a choice that you have to make. And in the moon, it's in regards to your shadow, it's in regards to your subconscious. You're living through your subconscious, the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. It's like this entrapment of like, oh, this is how I have to go through things because this is how it's always been. The Two of Swords is you have a choice and you have to really blindfold yourself, blind yourself visually, impair your actual mind to connect to your intuition, your heart. Empress again. And you have the Two of Pentacles at the back of the deck, which is again about choices. It's about balance. You have the Empress again. So what the fast movement is coming through, what your messages are coming through, there's going to be fast movement in regards to your sensuality, your creation, natural creation through the womb, through your fertility. And this doesn't have to be like pregnancy. It can literally be through creation, like I said, through creation with the universe. Nurturing, creativity, beauty, abundance, connection to nature, connection to your divine feminine. The Empress, she represents feminine power for you. She represents nurturing, a nurturing being, creativity, and abundance. So this is telling you there's going to be fast movement into natural abundance, but also this is what you need to embody. So you need to embody like fertility, luxury, and growth. There's going to be fast movement into this relationship of abundance with natural resources or with the earth. This signifies a birth of some kind. It could be an actual pregnancy, but it could also be creation through or birth through other things such as art. But this is a reminder, Sagittarius, the Empress is a reminder for you to nurture yourself, your relationships, and your creativity, reminding you to focus on the positive and to manifest abundance in your life naturally, without having to like feeling like you have to cheat the system. The cards could indicate, they kind of do indicate, I mean, you have the Eight of Swords between the seven of Swords and the Eight of Wands, but if we didn't have this, there's this shadow element, but if we didn't have this, it almost depicts that like by cheating or going behind someone's back, that's going to manifest into abundance. So I'm just going to say that because that's what I'm seeing. But there is this sense of like guilt or self-limiting beliefs that's like holding you back or hindering you, but in some way or another there's going to be fast movement into the Empress energy, because the Eight of Wands is about action, progression, and movement. It symbolizes that you're going to have forward momentum and progress to the Empress energy, that this is going to be a time of movement and change, and it's going to appear possibly in travel, business, or communication, but it is also encouraging you to take action and move quickly towards your goals, as it is representing a heightened activity and progress. So this is reminding you, Sagittarius, to stay focused on your goals, take swift action, and seize opportunities as they naturally arise with the Empress card. But when the Eight of Wands and the Empress come together, this is creating a powerful energy of growth and progress and abundance in your life. So this represents a time forward, a forward momentum for you, where your creative endeavors and business ventures are manifesting quickly. This is a time, Sagittarius, of prosperity and abundance in your life, but the Empress is reminding you to nurture yourself and focus on your creativity. The Eight of Wands encourages you to take swift actions and move quickly towards your goals. This is also telling you that this is a time, Sagittarius, of rapid growth on progress. So again, stay focused on your goals and take advantage of the opportunities as they come your way. Now I want to break down Seven of Swords with Eight of Swords. But honestly, even if you get caught up in the end, there's fast movement where you getting caught or someone getting caught in a lie or an unethical situation is actually leading to manifestation or creation with the universe or natural creation of abundance. So it's interesting how even with a deceptive energy and getting found out about something that you're trying to get away with, it actually propels you to a natural abundance and creation and a birthing. I mean, the Empress essentially tells us it's a birthing of abundance because she's in nature and she's creating. The Empress is often associated with fertility and a birthing. Often she's associated with like pregnancy, but it's like birthing of something. But it's interesting how for you it's a birthing from deception. And this could be like potentially you do get away with something, but potentially it could be like finding out someone's unethical situation or unethical situation coming to light actually propels you forward into the Empress energy. But this also is telling you to be cautious of trying to not to get away with something or trying to feeling like, oh, I have to want this thing, but I have to like cheat or lie to get it, because what's gonna come forward is your own guilt. Because these two cards together, they represent extreme anxiety and paranoia. So even if you do get away with something, you're gonna be in like a paralysis. So even if you do get away with something, you could be filled with so much regret for your actions that you feel trapped with no way out. But for whatever reason, it propels you into the Empress energy, which is what I don't understand. 8 of Swords with 8 of Wands. It's Ace of Pentacles and 2 of Pentacles. This again, you did get 2 of Pentacles in this deck too. So this is about balance, prioritizing, multitasking. 8 of Cups is telling you that this energy between the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Wands is that this is going to be abandoned success. Whoever's in this situation, if it's you or someone else, I mean, I'm not seeing any parties except the Empress, you're going to realize like, actually, this isn't working for me. And once you abandon the notion, the limiting belief that like, oh, I need to cheat, I need to go behind people's backs, I need to go behind, like cheat and unethically try to climb the ladder or try to get away with something, you're going to realize it's not working for you. It's not emotionally fulfilling you, which goes perfectly with the 8 of Swords, like extreme paranoia. I'm feeling trapped by your belief systems. You're realizing this actually is not working for you. By abandoning and escaping what you have built up, it's actually going to propel you into abundance, which makes sense with the Ace of Pentacles. I was completely not understanding, like, because two completely contrasting, and I mean, there have been individuals that have got away and been successful through cheating, lying, obviously, as we see in capitalism and all that. Politics, I'm not going to get into it. But by realizing, actually, this isn't working out for me, because then I have this complete baggage of regret, of paranoia, and I have to keep doing. If I lie the first time, I have to continuously follow through with the lie and remember the lie. And so then there's this like overlying like paranoia and anxiety, and by abandoning it and making and like, no, this isn't how I want to live my life, it's going to propel you into Ace of Pentacles, which is obviously about abundance, a new opportunity of wealth. But there is going to be like, you're going to have to balance something in regards to your career. So this could be juggling 2 things at the same time, like 2 jobs. So this, by abandoning something, by abandoning this notion of like, oh, this is like a belief, essentially, because Swords is about our belief systems, it's about the air energy, information, ideas, whatever. So abandoning that notion of like, oh, I have to steal, I have to cheat to get what I want, you're actually going to have the opportunity for like a new project or career, or you're going to manifest prosperity and more resources for yourself by abandoning the idea like, oh, I have to cheat and go behind people's backs to get what I want.